Hi, I'm Reverend Elea Kemler. Welcome to A Good Enough Lent with Kate Bowler and Jessica Richie. And we are on day 28, and today's reflection is called Mediocrity for the Win, and it is just slightly adapted. Sometimes we are convinced that we're not good enough. Take my great-grandmother, Marjorie Bebington, for instance. She was born in England around 1904. No one is sure exactly because she was daughter number 4, and there was such a fuss about what to do with her because her dad had run plain out of names for girls. Apparently, you can run out of names and of energy to pay attention to another fiddling female, or so her father called her. Marjorie grew up knowing that she was both too much and not enough. But my grandmother, Gigi, as we called her, was a hell of a woman. She was tough and kind and didn't let anything stop her. She was the custodian of an entire apartment block. She took care of her entire family. She sewed and knitted every piece of their clothing and still made their lunch every day. She loved to smoke, even though she thought none of us knew. And when she finally got around to something she couldn't do, which was to say she was a deeply mediocre painter, she had a solution for that too. She went to the secondhand store and bought an oil painting. Then she found a matching color of paint and painted her name right over the artist's signature in the bottom right-hand corner. Ta-da! I had that one hung in my house until I got old enough to think, wait a minute, she really made some remarkable painting progress. My great-grandmother had bought into a story of intense perfectionism, that she had to be everything or she was nothing at all. We are living in a culture that celebrates the high-stakes qualities of perfectionism. Researchers have been following the rise of unrealistic and self-critical standards as a kind of societal phenomenon. Mental health experts describe anxiety and low self-esteem as the result of ever-increasing standards of physical, social, and emotional perfection. Even churches have adopted the language of our striver society. When I was researching megachurches, one of the primary slogans from the pulpit was that their church was defined by their culture of excellence. And who can forget Winners Church and their slogan, where winning is a lifestyle. We're nothing if we're not perfect. But then we fail, or we're frozen in our fear of being imperfect. If only we could trust that the giving of ourselves with all of our imperfections has a value beyond rubies. We need a deep permission to ask for help, permission to fail. If Marjorie Bebington were still alive, I would take a tour through her life to tell her what was perfect, not for the delicate oil painting in all its fraudulent glory. I would remind her that she was a wonderful cook and a better person, had a soft heart and a quick mind. And I would tell her that the best part about her was that the way she tried and lived and loved, that was her true